Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia. We are here for the very first time at this 2/5 of a mile short track for race number 25 of the 32-race 2023 Trinity River Cup Series. This is the Snickers Summer Showdown. 8 races remain in the season. We are that much closer to crowning a champion here in the very final season of the Trinity River Cup Series. Let's take a look at the point standings here coming into this one. It's Braden Perez leading the way, 594 points towards the championship. He is 31 points ahead of Elijah Gordon, 39 ahead of Justin Zeidel, 40 ahead of Roberto Crown Jr., 42 ahead of Thomas Troxel, 43 ahead of Brad Stover, and only those 6 are within a race worth of points coming into this weekend. It's Eric Monaco, 46 back, 52 back is both Sebastian Kukulon and John Andrews. 58 behind is Brock Nelson, and he rounds out the top 10 in the championship standings. The big gainer after Texas World Speedway last week was Kyle McLeese. He climbed 7 spots in the championship standings all the way up to 16th. McLeese comes in 79 points back from Braden Perez. Perez starts deeper in the field. McLeese looking to maybe take advantage of the opportunity as he starts from the 5th position today. So let's take a look at the top 10 on the starting grid. It's Andrew Williams starting on the pole, starting alongside Brock Nelson. In row 2, it's Roberto Crown Jr. starting alongside Brandon Hayes. Row 3, Kyle McLeese, last week's winner, starting alongside William Brock. Row 4, we find Anthony McClure starting alongside Elijah Gordon, who comes in 2nd in the championship. And rounding out the top 10, it is Trey Smith starting alongside the 78 of Scott Upton. The field gets going here. 150 laps on the bill for today's race at South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia this afternoon. And the longest race by lap count of the season. But it's only a 2/5 of a mile racetrack, so it is going to be a quicker one still. But 150 laps on the board for this one, and Andrew Williams and Brock Nelson getting ready to lead us down to the green flag. Pace car takes the left turn into the pits, and we are short tracking in Virginia. Williams away with the early lead, Crown to the inside of Nelson for 2nd. McLeese all the way up to 4th already, down to the inside looking for 3rd. He started from the 5th position. The inside lane going early. McClure and Smith there and behind McLeese on the inside. Nelson, Hayes, Brock, and everybody else on the outside slipping back early. Remember, it's a 150 lapper. We're flying around this racetrack. The fastest lap so far is Zeidel with 15.240. Zeidel currently running back in the 12th position for the time being. They're on the inside of Marty Sakala. Andrew Williams continues to lead the way right now. He's unchallenged for the time being. So a little deeper in the field here. Here's Sakala going down to the inside of Brandon Hayes. The points leader, Braden Perez, started deeper in the field, and here he is on the inside of Blake Parker, battling for the 38th position, now looking for 37th on Chase Harris. He started on that outside line, and he's looking to rebound now as he gets down low into the preferred lane. Henderson with a big boot scoot boogie there from Brad Stover, a 2-time winner this year. Brandon Hayes, the other Polar Star car, just ahead of 99 there, battling with Max Sterling and Trey Smith. Running an average race speed of 94.042 miles per hour to start off here. The first 7.5 laps of this race. McLeese and McClure side by side there for 3rd. A Renault and a Chevrolet, and it'll be the Logitech Renault of Kyle McLeese with the advantage there down low. The Honda of John Andrews, Atlanta winner earlier this year, trying to get down to the inside of McClure. Now McClure slips in 3 and 4. And here comes Justin Zeidel down to the inside and 3 wide a little further back. Troxel right in the middle of it. Cologne down low. Henderson up top. Oh, that's getting tight going through turn 1 and 2. Cologne using up every bit of that inside to get around Troxel and Henderson. Rounding 3 and 4 once again on to lap number 10. It's still Andrew Williams leading the way. A little over half a second lead over Roberto Crown Jr. Expect the pit cycle to be about a lap 80, 90, or 100. It's going to be in the later parts of the race for sure. But caution could come out and turn everything upside down, so we'll have to see how it goes. Perez there, charging mightily up through the field. They're battling for 29th with Scott Upton. Under started on the outside lane, slipped all the way back to 40th at one point, and now marching his way back up. And a three-car battle going on here. Hayes, Stover, and McClure. It's almost a three-wide situation. And Stover's going to take advantage of his teammate messing up. The corner is going to get a 2-for-1 special down low. Andrews is on the charge as well there in car number 41, up to the 3rd position on Kyle McLeese. McLeese back to 4th. Seidel and Sikela side by side for 5th, given to Sikela. They're on the inside in car number 11. Now Stover's going after the 83 of Justin Seidel. And meanwhile, the leaders of the constructor standings, Pacific Hamel Racing, we'll see where they are right now. Troxel currently runs 17th, Thibodeau is 14th. And Perez is working his way up the field still. He's all the way up to, well, he slipped a little bit. It's back down to 34th. And his nearest rival, as two of the teammates are side by side right now. Troxel and Thibodeau side by side. 3-car battle behind. Nelson on top. Slips out of it, but the battle is now with Sear and Lozano. And Lozano is going to be the benefactor from that. Gordon's going to go down to the inside, and Monaco is going to make it 3 wide down low. An Aston Martin, a Honda, and a Nissan going at it. 3 international manufacturers there. But it'll be the Nissan of Elijah Gordon getting the advantage there on the inside in car number 76. Andrew Williams continues to lead. He has led all the laps so far, 1.34 seconds ahead of Roberto Crown Jr. 2nd, John Andrews 3rd, Marty Sikela 4th, Kyle McLeese 5th, Brad Stover 6th, Anthony McClure 7th, Sebastian Kukulon is 8th, Seidel 9th, and Chase Buck currently rounds out the top 10. Will be Buck going down to the inside of Seidel, taking that 9th spot away, and Stover down to the inside of McLeese to take that 5th spot away. Now Marty Sikela is going to go to work on John Andrews there in the 3rd and 4th positions. And off the bottom goes Andrews. Here goes Sikela down to the inside. This time around to start lap 21. 130 laps to go in this one. Fastest lap of the race so far, Sikela with a 14.990. Seidel second fastest. Then Stover, the podium for the fastest laps right now. Of course, we've been caution-free so far in this one. Haven't seen a pit cycle yet. There's the other PHR car, Perez, the points leader, currently running, really hanging out in the 35th position actually, as Mitchell Henderson slips backwards. William Brock is back there. Hayden Miller is back there. And Alejandro Cruz Jr. is back there. So Perez 35th, now looking for 34th on Colin Teague. He's trying to march his way back up through the field. Again, he started deeper in the field, so a long way to go in this one. Sikela down to the inside of Crown, going to take second away. There's McLeese going down to the inside of Stover, looking for that 4th position again. Looks like he's going to take it. Kukulon down to the inside of McClure, getting around that 24. That's going to be for 7th. A Toyota and a Honda going to go at it now for the 6th position. John Andrews and Sebastian Kukulon going at it, and a boot scoot boogie by Kyle McLeese. The man who finished 2nd in the championship 1 year ago, getting around our twin ring Motegi winner earlier this year, Roberto Crown Jr., there for the 3rd position. Crown slips wide, Stover looking down to the inside. And the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet is going to get down there to the inside into turn number 1. It's going to make it look easy. Stover, a 2-time winner this year at Dover and Chicagoland Speedway. Makes it look easy, heading into the 4th position. Now the lead for Andrew Williams, 2.4 seconds. Williams led every single lap so far, but the lap traffic is going to make things interesting as soon as he catches up to them and starts trying to put cars lap down, because that's going to slow up his momentum. And that could allow the rest of the field to close in. Here's McLeese charging down to the inside of Sakala, though. That is for second. And McLeese, our Texas World Speedway winner 1 week ago, 3-time winner in the series overall, into the second position here at South Boston early on. Coming around for 120 laps to go. Sakala slips up, Stover down to the inside. That's going to be for third, and it's going to be easy for Brad. So Sakala back to fourth, McClure in fifth, our 2-time winner this year, McClure, at the Bend and Minnesota Motorsports Park. Turtle Crown Jr. winner at Motegi, Buck a 2-time winner at Rockingham and North Wilkesboro. Sebastian Kukulon has yet to go to Victory Lane this year. John Andrews went to Victory Lane in Atlanta earlier this year. Caleb Rose has yet to go to Victory Lane this year. That's the top 10. Andrew Williams hasn't gone to Victory Lane yet this year, though he's been close. He's been close on a couple of times. His teammates, both of his teammates actually have gone to Victory Lane this year. Dale Lightning at Pocono, Eric Monaco to start off the season at Homestead Miami Speedway. So Williams looking to make it 3 in the win column for Jerkowen today. Started on the pole, and he's virtually been unchallenged so far. Anthony McClure there down to the inside, challenging Sakala for the 4th position. And the Target Chevrolet will get around the Home Depot Renault. Sakala's been strong so far. He's ran the fastest lap of the race so far. So McClure can't get too comfortable, even though he has cleared the 11. Side-by-side back here for the 8th position. That's Andrews going down to the inside of Chase Buck. It'll be Andrews getting it. Andrews out of Waco, Texas. And here comes Sebastian Kukulon to the backside of the 45, trying to find space on the inside to challenge. Out of 2 on the back straightaway, into 3. Oh! Buck slides wide. Kukulon around the inside, into 9th. In behind, your World 600 winner, Max Sterling, arriving on the scene. There to the inside of 2-time winner this year, Justin Zeidel. And 3rd place points actually coming into this one, Justin Zeidel. Gained 2 spots after the very weird race at Texas World Speedway 1 week ago. Now, you see the gap for the lead has been shrinking the last couple laps as Williams running up against the lap traffic now. By the way, to check up on where your points leader is, Braden Perez, he's all the way up to 26th now. So Braden Perez definitely on the charge now. He's finally made its way up through traffic. Thibodeau has gotten shuffled back, though. Oh, almost turned there by Dale Lightning. Lightning, the Pocono winner earlier this year. It's a contact sport when you're in a short track. We're going to see a lot of that today. Williams has put his first car a lap down there. That was the 46 of Alejandro Cruz Jr. Brock getting up close and personal there with Chase Harris. That is a battle for 38th. Give it to Brock. Harris slips to 39th, and Williams is going to get down to the inside of the 54, try to put him a lap down. Looks as though he will. Harris slides way wide in 1 and 2. This is the point where we start to see, or we might start to see the field behind close in on Williams as he deals with this traffic. On the lap 44 already in this one. This one flying by today in South Boston, Virginia. It's Williams down to the inside of Colin Teague. Gap the last time through, 2.46 seconds. This time through, 2.37. Back to Kyle McLeese. Williams tried to get to the inside of William Brock. Not quite able to. See if that's going to hold the 50 up a little bit. This time around, 2.37 to 2.41. So, evidently, didn't hinder his progress too much. A lot of traffic ahead of him, though, so this could definitely make things interesting later on in the run as the tires will continue to wear in as this run goes along. Down to 37 cars now on the lead lap. actually make it 36 as Trey Wright was put a lap down. He and Cruz are side by side there for 37th. Give it to Cruz. The last car of the racetrack right now is the car that is last in the points. It's been last in the points for most of the season. Chase Harris, last on the racetrack right now, 1 lap down. 35 cars left on the lead lap. Here's Elijah Gordon, second in the championship coming in, having a bit of difficulty there with Scott Upton. That is back in the 32nd position. Upton is going to take that spot away from Gordon. Perez going to have his hands full there with Mitchell Henderson. That is going to be for 28th on the racetrack and a points leader. The top 2 in the points having their hands full right now. Perez and Gordon. Perez slips back behind the 53. It's a couple of Mitchells down there on the inside. Both the Mitchells, Henderson and Collins. Henderson's been to victory lane this year. Collins has not. Collins has not been to victory lane in almost 2 years. Williams still leads the way, a little over 2 seconds now the difference. Look back through the rest of the field there. Sebastian Kukulon having a great run so far as we are past a third of the way done with this one. Looks like McLeese and Stover have caught the lap traffic. McLeese trying to get around the 59 of William Brock. Check on where Andrew Williams is. There he is, already up to Brock Nelson. Nelson's in 32nd, so 31 cars left on the lead lap now. And with that much traffic between himself and McLeese, that's going to make things very difficult for second and third to catch up to the 50 of Williams. So now Elijah Gordon has fallen a lap down. Brock Nelson lap down, and 3 wide potentially between some of these lap cars. Wright, Biller, and Nelson almost made it 3 wide there. Wright thought better of it, stayed in behind the 81. So there's Andrew Williams, bumper to bumper with the points leader now. Braden Perez on the outside, sitting in the 31st position right now. And Williams will make quick work of the points leader. Second place right now is Kyle McLeese. Third place is Marty Sakala. Fourth place is Brad Stover. Fifth place there, Anthony McClure. Sixth, Caleb Rose. Seventh, Lozano. Eighth is Sebastian Kukulon. Ninth is Priya McShane. And 10th is Max Sterling. They're all chasing down Andrew Williams, who has led 58 laps so far. He's led every single one of them. Now he's led 59. We're on to lap 60. He leads by 1.72 seconds ahead of Kyle McLeese. 15 laps away now from being halfway done in this one. And we should soon have a pit cycle after that, unless a caution were to come out. We've been caution-free so far in this one. Surprisingly, it has been a clean one. Williams is trying to keep it smooth and steady here. McLeese trying to close in. Cruz and Biller slide wide as the 27 tries to get down to the inside. And we are 3 wide on the front straightaway. Second place McLeese has his hands full now. Trying to get around a couple of lap cars, Cruz and Biller. He'll be able to, though. So now there's only 4 cars between himself and Andrew Williams. Williams there tucked in behind the 43 of Mitchell Collins. Now 2 rows of side-by-side separate second from first place. Thibodeau, Gordon, Wright, and Parrish. 1.5 seconds the difference now. Working lap 65. McLeese has caught the back end of Will Parrish, trying to bump that 0-2 up out of the way, and he is going to do that. Will he get by the 0-2? Meanwhile, Williams working on Mitchell Henderson there. Going to add another barrier between himself and Kyle McLeese. Williams makes quick work of Henderson. McLeese makes quick work of Will Parrish. But still, 4 cars separate Andrew Williams and Kyle McLeese. McLeese looking to make it 3 as he gets around Jacob Thibodeau. Williams there pressing against the backside of Daytona 500 winner and Season 3 champion Trey Smith. Smith slides wide off the bottom of the racetrack. Williams going to get down to the inside, and now 3 cars. It's back to 4 between Williams and McLeese. The 69th lap of this race. Collins is blown up. The 43 of Collins has blown up. Oh my goodness. Wasn't having a very good day. Falls out of the race now on lap 70 of 150, not even halfway done. At least he'll make it to the pits. But Collins, the Shell Pennzoil Ford for Fitzwater Collins Racing, comes into this one 32nd in the championship. It has not been a good season, and it's going to continue. The misery will continue today at South Boston, and that just did a number on Kyle McLeese's chances of catching up to Andrew Williams. He had to check up tremendously. And now, there are 7 cars between himself and Andrew Williams. And it's about to be 8 if Jacob Thibodeau gets by, which it looks like he's going to be able to. So now we're up to 3.1 seconds, the difference between McLeese and Williams. No caution coming out again for the deal with Mitchell Collins. He is officially out of the race with a piston issue on that 43. So that bumps Chase Harris from 40th to 39th on the racetrack. He's still the last car on the racetrack and the last car in points. John Andrews there in the 41, sitting in the 11th position right now on the lead lap, trying to get around that 54. And the Atlanta winner will be able to do that. We are now just past halfway here at the South Boston Speedway in the Snickers Summer Showdown at South Boston, Virginia. Andrew Williams has led all the laps so far in this one. Marty Sakala now sits in the 2nd position. 3rd place is Kyle McLeese. 4th place belongs to Priya McShane. 5th place is Anthony McClure. 6th place will probably soon be Anthony McClure, but right now it's Caleb Rose. 7th place is Max Sterling. 8th place, Brad Stover. 9th place, Alex Lozano. And 10th place, rounding out the top 10, it is Sebastian Kukulon. As the car, the wall outside, Caleb Rose got up into the wall, the outside, and pit cycle is underway here at South Boston. Oh, into the wall, behind, Chase Buck, up top, ran into Caleb Rose, and Rose still slow on the racetrack. He's holding up Monaco. He's holding up Thompson. Into the wall, the outside again. And now Rose is for real going to fall out of the race. Upton's got to look out here. Monaco misses the pits during all that skirmishing, and Rose is going to fall out of that one. Still no caution. Right now, the leader listed is Brad Stover. Williams comes out. Truxell hot on his tail. Looking for Brad Stover. There he is in the pits. Wright coming out. Henderson coming out. And caution is going to come out now. On the back straightaway. Car spinning up into the turn 2 wall. And don't have a number yet. Don't know who could. Oh, a little extracurricular activity on the back straightaway. McLeese into the back of Lozano. Some cars still trying to race around to the caution flag. Don't know who got turned in the turn 2 area, but that, whatever has happened there, has brought out the caution flag. And all that right now, Colin Teague leads the way. Still a little bit of extracurricular activity. And Roberto Crown Jr. has something to say there to Ace Garcia. Goodness sakes, what a mess. The caution is out, and after all that, right now, Colin Teague leads the way. And he's going to go ahead and go into the pits, and he will not be the only one. So officials getting stuff sorted out here. Who is going to go to the pits and who will not. The officials will have everything sorted out momentarily, but for right now, let's go back and take a look at what happened to whomever up in the Turn 2 area to bring out the first caution of the race here in the Snickers Summer Showdown at South Boston Speedway. So here's what happened in Turn 2. Teague trying to come into the pits, Nelson coming out. They slam into each other and slide up the racetrack. Chick-fil-a just barely gets by in car number 11 there. But that is what brought the caution out. Let's take a look again at full speed. So again, Nelson coming out, Teague going in, and just absolutely pummel each other there on the inside. But thankfully, no significant contact with the wall. They should be able to continue on in this one. After an elongated caution, we are back with your live picture here at the South Boston Speedway. Scoring error happened during the yellow flag and had to get that straightened out. But it is Marty Chick-fil-a who leads the way. Priya McShane is second. Andrew Williams is third. Brad Stover's fourth. Kyle McLeese is in the fifth position. Monaco, Buck, Teague, McClure, and Sterling round out the top 10. And under that caution, Sebastian Kugelon out of the race with a piston problem. And so he will join Roberto Crown Jr., Caleb Rose, and Mitchell Collins behind the wall. 31 cars left on the lead lap, and Chick-fil-a and McShane going to come back into the pits, and Williams is going to stay out of the racetrack. Brad Stover all over the backside. Eric Monaco there in third now to the backside of that 99. So Chick-fil-a and McShane, the top two, coming back down to the pits. Stover trying to pry Williams off the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Stover down to the inside for the race lead, and he's going to get it from the 50. Williams' teammate, Eric Monaco, right there behind Reese's colors. Looking for second, and he's going to get it. 3 wide behind him. Buck and McLeese leaning on each other. Brandon Hayes right there behind him. Lozano, the benefactor there in car number 57. Up ahead, it's Brad Stover looking for win number 3 on the season. On to lap number 99 this time, with 52 to go. Stover, Monaco, Williams, Teague, and Lozano the top 5. Chick-fil-a and McShane, I believe, rejoin on the racetrack. Don't exactly know where they are right now, but McShane has scored 29th. Chick-fil-a is scored 35th on the racetrack. A big lead right now for Brad Stover. Williams slips wide again. Williams dominated this race. The first half virtually flawless. But Colin Teague now down to the inside. Williams might have another opportunity to win going the other way. Colin Teague will take that third spot away. 0.87 the difference between Monaco and Stover now. Monaco looking for win number 2 on the season. He has not gone to victory lane since the season opener at Homestead. And it was his only career win of the season as well. So let's see if he can catch up to the front. A side-by-side behind Priya McShane there. That's where she ended up on the racetrack, sitting in 28th right now, battling side-by-side with Justin Zeidel. That's not for position. Zeidel's on the lead lap in 9th. Brandon Hayes stopped in the pits. They're very slow in the pits. What is going on there with that Polar Star Motorsports driver? His teammate is leading the race. Did something happen to the 84 that we're going to have to watch out for with Stover? A Polar Star car is in trouble, and a Polar Star car is leading. The lead is shrinking for Stover. Monaco trying to close in that 25. Lozano slides wide, Zeidel to the inside. He'll take over the 7th spot. So that'll put Lozano back to 8th. It's Priya McShane's a lap down, so that's not going to be for a position. Up ahead, 0.63 the difference last time through between Stover and Monaco. Around to the start-finish line onto lap 108 we go. 0.62 the difference. And 3 wide behind. Cologne and Sterling lean on each other. Upton looking to take advantage of the opportunity there. And a 2-for-1 special for Upton. They'll promote the 78 into the 13th position. Cologne 14th, Sakala 15th, Sterling back to 16th. And now with 41 laps to go, it's still too early to say who's going to win this race. Obviously, there's just under a third of the race left. But Monaco has been keeping pace with Brad Stover. He's not been letting the 99 get away too quickly. Stover's been having a very good drive on this green flag run so far. A little wider through 3 and 4 that time, though. Let's see what the gap looks like this time through. 0.55. Slower exit that time for Eric Monaco. So I think Stover's going to gain a little bit on this lap. This time around, Zidell behind. Down to the inside of Christian Vargas, looking for that 5th spot, and he's going to take it. Furthermore, I should make note of this real quick. Braden Perez is in 24th right now. Elijah Gordon is 19th. Justin Zidell is behind those two in the championship. He's 3rd coming in. Gordon is 2nd, Perez is 1st. Zidell's 39 points back. Elijah Gordon's 31 points back from Braden Perez. Perez runs 23rd now as he got around his teammate Thomas Truxell. Zidell looking to gain some ground on his former teammate Perez. He ran at Pacific Camel Racing 1 year ago. Finished last in the championship standings, makes the move to Trinity River Racing. 2 wins, 4 top 5s, and 8 top 10s so far this year. And 3rd in the championship standings. Looking to gain some serious ground today at South Boston. It has been a struggle of a day for Braden Perez and Elijah Gordon. Gordon now back down to 20th. Perez is 23rd. As Andrews now looks to go to bout with Colin Teague. That would be for the 3rd and 4th position. And Zidell has arrived on the scene there behind Andrews. Stover still leads the way. Monaco losing some ground to the 99. We haven't had a 3-time winner yet this year. We've had, I believe, 5 different drivers go to victory lane twice this year. Justin Zidell, Brad Stover, Chase Buck, Anthony McClure, and Nicholas Samadio. Just those 5. Nobody has yet done it 3 times. So, Stover's looking to make that happen today. Now sitting with 30 laps to go in this one. Now 29 to go. The gap 0.88 the last time through. 0.71 now between Stover and Monaco. Teague and Zidell now going to go to battle. Zidell inside looking for 3rd. He's already got around Andrews on this lap, and now it looks like he's going to get around Colin Teague. 5th to 3rd in a lap for Justin Zidell. Tremendous run for the driver of that 83. Up ahead, this is the battle that everybody is going to be watching. Brad Stover, Eric Monaco. And they're running up on the lap traffic there. Last car on the lead lap, Anthony McClure in the target 24. If Stover doesn't immediately get around that 24, Monaco is going to be pouncing for sure. He's waiting and biding his time. 25 laps to go over Brad Stover. 0.78 the difference. And then it's 2.74 back to Justin Zidell. And if these two can't get around, if these two just stall out, Seidel will absolutely have an opportunity. 2.64 the difference back to third. 0.86 now the difference between first and second. Stover pins it down to the inside of the racetrack. Gained a little more time on Monaco there, but now caught up to McClure down to the inside. And he'll make quick work of the Wisconsin Racing Incorporated number 24. So they'll put McClure a lap down to 26 cars on the lead lap. 1.2 seconds between Brad Stover and Eric Monaco. Coming around for 21 laps to go, and Scott Upton is down to the pits. Upton, they're going to fall out of the race with a mechanical failure of some sort. A gearbox on that 78. So another Chevrolet in trouble in this one. Haynes a little earlier on. Roberto Crown Jr. also fell out of the race earlier. Chevrolet is leading right now. It's Brad Stover. Eric Monaco there in the Rhesus Aston Martin trying to chase him down. 0.36 the difference as Stover has stalled out behind Kanan Biller in the 81. Slips a little bit off the bottom of the racetrack. That's exactly what Eric Monaco wants to see. Stover slips wide again in 1 and 2. Three and 4. Really not using that inside line, but we'll see what the gap looks like this time. 1.28 the lap before. At 1.25, it didn't shrink all that much. Monaco is definitely running out of time. Stover runs it wide again in 3 and 4. Could this be the opportunity that Eric Monaco has been looking for? 1.2 now the difference. Stover dives it back in on the inside again on Biller. Coming around for 15 laps to go in the Snickers Summer Showdown at South Boston. 1.18 the difference. Now down to the inside of Trey Smith, Daytona 500 winner. Still tucked in behind Kanan Biller, though. 1.32 now the gap for Brad Stover over Eric Monaco. 2.97 back to Justin Seidel, who has now caught the traffic of Anthony McClure. Get around that 24. And it's Colin Teague fourth. Paul-Antoine Sierra is fifth. Christian Vargas, Andrew Williams, Chase Buck, Alejandro Cruz Jr., and John Andrews round out the top 10. Now Cologne's going to take that 10th spot away from Andrews with ease through 3 and 4. So 11 laps to go now. Brad Stover, 1.38 ahead of Eric Monaco. Monaco tucked in behind Trey Smith right now, trying to get around that 10. 2 cars in between Brad Stover and Eric Monaco. Monaco down to the inside of Smith. Now it'll be 1 lap car. 9 laps to go in this one. Is there enough time? Stover inside of Chase Buck now out of 4. Buck with a run on the outside. Chase Harris on the outside. Run out of 4. Not able to stay ahead of the 99. So more of a wall between Stover and Monaco is being built. 1.07 the last time through. Thibodeau's going to try to get to the inside of that 54. That could be good for Monaco. 0.89 the difference now. Thibodeau's going to bump Harris up out of the groove. This could be a great opportunity for Monaco. But he lost some ground that lap. Lost 0.3 of a second. Now down to 6 laps. Now down to 5 laps to go this time. Brad Stover has dominated the second half of this race. Now under a second again. Monaco against the back of the 54. Now down to the inside. 4 laps to go in this one. Thibodeau there and behind the 99 of Stover. Will he interfere? If he did, that would be big for Monaco, as he's now got around that 54. Stover down to the inside of Biller out of 4. I believe this overtake right here is going to do it for Stover. One line around the inside of Kane and Biller, and that is going to be all she wrote right there. That might do it, unless we get a caution here with 2 laps to go. Brad Stover looking for his 3rd win of his career, all 3 coming this season. White flag getting ready to come out at start-finish. 2/5 of a mile to go. Polar Star Motorsports looking for their 4th win of the season, and 3 coming from this driver right here, Brad Stover. 6th in the championship coming in, rounding 3 and 4. 3 wins in 2023 for Brad Stover. First and only winner here at South Boston Speedway in the series, in the history of this series that we will have in this very last season. And now only 7 races remain in the 2023 season, and folks, the points are going to change for sure. Perez 19th, Gordon 22nd, Stover with the win. Zidell came in 3rd. Roberto Crown Jr. fell out of the race early. Thomas Truxell didn't have a great run either, 20th. So the points are going to tighten up front, at least amongst the top 4. I think Stover's going to leapfrog Truxell and Crown. But goodness, what a wild race here at the South Boston Speedway. The tale of 2 races. One half dominated by Andrew Williams with some great battling throughout the field, of course. But the second half dominated by Brad Stover as soon as Marty Sakala and Priya McShane came into the pits. Right off the restart. And Brad Stover immediately saw the opportunity and overtook Andrew Williams and got into the race lead and never relinquished it. He comes out of here with the win today. Average race speed of 79.323 miles per hour today. Eric Monaco comes home in 2nd. Justin Zidell 3rd. Christian Vargas 4th. Colin Teague in the top 5. Paul Antoine Cyr, Chase Buck, Stephen Colon, Alejandro Cruz Jr., and Andrew Williams round out the top 10 today. 23 drivers finishing on the lead lap. Jacob Thibodeau, Trey Smith, Priya McShane, Anthony McClure, Ace Garcia, Brock Nelson finishing 1 lap down. Will Parrish, Kanan Biller, Chase Harris, Marty Sakala, and Scott Upton finishing 2 laps down. Blake Parker finishing 2 laps down. Scott Upton out with a gearbox failure. Brandon Hayes out with a clutch issue. Sebastian Kugelon out with a piston issue. Roberto Crown Jr. fell out of the race as well, finishes 38th. Caleb Rose turned into the outside wall on a couple of occasions, did not bring out a caution, but he fell out of the race, and Collins fell out earliest with a piston issue on that 43. But a very topsy-turvy race here at the South Boston Speedway. Congratulations once again to 3-time winner Brad Stover. That's going to do it today. We'll see you next week at the Richmond Raceway, I do believe, in Richmond, Virginia. Make sure about that. Yes, indeed, Richmond. Next week the CarMax 400 in the sun at the Richmond Raceway. Sure to be a wild race once again, and I do believe the last short track race of the year. Yes, very next race at Richmond will be the last short track race of the series. Then we'll move on to Michigan, Indianapolis, the doubleheader at Watkins Glen, the new Oregon International Speedway, and then we'll round it all off with my favorite race of the whole series, the Turkey Hill Southern 500 at Darlington. We're that much closer to deciding who is going to be the final ever champion. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next week at Richmond. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one.